Bruises, blisters, and blackened toenails are just the beginning into the wonderful and whimsical and weightless worlds of point. No other professional company in the world goes through as many pairs of shoes as do professional ballet companies, and in fact spending on average $500,000 a year on shoes for their dancers. Ballet has been around for hundreds of years, originating in Italy during the Italian Renaissance, but quickly spreading throughout the rest of Europe. Roughly 100 years later, the first point shoe came into existence. And the first point shoe looked a lot different than the modern day point shoes that I have here. The first point shoe resembled more of a ballet flat, and the sides were darned up in order to give the dancer more support. However, one of the most significant differences was that it did not have a block of wood in the toe, so the dancer had to rely solely on the strength of her ankles to support her. Today, however, the modern day shoe has come quite a long way, becoming much more efficient for dancers to use, as well as having grown and becoming a symbol for more than just dance. Since I was 7 years old, I've been immersed in the realm of ballet, from taking a variety of ballet classes, to seeing numerous ballet performances being performed in various venues, as well as having performed in a variety of performances myself. Everyone grows up in a culture, and my culture happens to be ballet. Point in particular. When you think of a shoe, you think of the practicality of it, and usually just wearing it. However, when you wear a point shoe, you not only wear the shoe, but are transformed in the shoe. Point shoes are essential for every dancer, and I'm not just talking about wearing them. In a professional ballet companies worldwide heavily rely upon wearing point shoes. And while each point shoe might look like an exact replica of each other, there are actually many differences that make them each unique. For one thing, the box sizes, which is this part of the shoe here. Depending on the type of point shoe you can get a wider or more narrow box. When you get more advanced on point, you can get more of a narrow box, such as a Grishko or a Gainer Minion point shoe. But when you're a beginner on point, you might want to get a block, which is and you get more of a bigger, larger surface area. Another difference in the point shoes, which is less noticeable to the eye, is the shank, which is the long part of the shoe here. Depending on the arch and strength of your foot, you can get a harder or softer shank. Another interesting fact about point shoes is that when you first get them, you don't get them sewed on with the elastics and the ribbons, but you get solely the shoe. So, in a professional company, dancers can go through a pair of point shoes in just a single performance. So imagine how much time she has to spend sewing every single one of her shoes. The point shoe culture has really impacted my life because it's taught me numerous things, such as responsibility. Point shoes have taught me to take care of my shoes, as well as my physical and mental health. Another thing that they taught me was not rushing into new areas, not to be impulsive. Take one step at a time. Point shoes have really connected me to many of my friends that I still have today, from sewing our point shoes together, learning little tricks such as darning them or using dental floss instead of thread, taking classes in them, rehearsing in them, and spending countless hours being in pain from them. Point shoes hold memories in their soles and have a history, each pair of shoes, that make them really unique. Remembering that each shoe goes beyond the satin, the glue, and the wood is something that's really special about each shoe. So I guess my point is that despite each shoe being the same, or many replicas being made of it in a sense, that each shoe is special and unique, just like the dancer who wears them. Sometimes you suffer a lot of pain from point shoes. In fact, I've lost every single toenail from wearing my point shoes and have had to have 2 cortisone shots. I have cried many hours from wearing them. But ultimately, point shoes strengthen you and toughen you up and turn you into a fighting warrior. So next time you see a ballerina or a pair of point shoes, remember that each shoe goes beyond the aesthetics into a deeper and magical world that only a ballerina, and now you do as well, know. Thank you.
I'm finished.
Why am I
I'm
pressed it? Why
done.
am I
You're
pressed it?
done.